Icy though, left in 5, he'll be shut down. The rotation was for Cumberland, but St. Clair breaks through. Oh, getting moved. Situation now 1-on-1, 1 HP on this solo, 1 bullet is a 4-person 1v5. Stand against the rest.
Guy to this ball, guiding it down, maybe even get one for the road.
Our own standards here in this overtime period, because if we can see the goal, it's over for them.
He's doing a lot of damage, but he's got to keep you over. He avoids the ego.
Bob Waena, no flash, no problem. St. Clair. Back already so low. Redx taking down 2, taking down 1.
Immediately, this should be all she wrote. Soaks with 1 into Icy.
Stand till the whole squad.
gamer tag in like 2008. I had the gamer tag Apple i50.
McBender 91.
Alonso.
Oh, it's a terrible gamer tag. Dan2 Rock 4.
God Rupert. C9 Frosty. That wasn't on C9.
Sock my sock. Like the Pokemon, not like I don't know. Yeah.
Electro Knives. Oof, oof. 2 Z's, by the way. Oof. I don't know what I was thinking.
It was like either Mega Jack or Super Jack and then some numbers when I was like 6 years old on Minecraft.
That's absolutely horrible.
None more than Calamity, though. Left in 5, he'll be shut down. The rotation was for Cumberland, but St. Clair breaks through. Oh, kidding me. Situation now 101, 1 HP on this Sova. 1 bullet is a 4-person 1v5. Stand against the rest.
To this ball, guiding it down, maybe even get one for the road.
Our own standards here in this overtime period, because if we concede a goal, it's over for them.
He's doing a lot of damage, but he's got to TP over. He avoids the ego.
Bob Waena, no flash, no problem. St. Clair. So low, Reddick's taking down 2, taking down 1.
Immediately, this should be all she wrote. Soaks with 1 on the icy.
Stand until the whole squad.
to the Saints Gaming channel. My name is Thermal Rex, and I'm here with Lilo, and today we're bringing you some ACL League of Legends Week 2. Today, our St. Clair Saints Varsity Premier League of Legends team will be playing against Apex Mission Impossible. What are you saying, Lilo?
I'm not saying too much, man. I think this should be a pretty good game. Okay, hopefully not 3. Hopefully not 3, because I do believe our Saints have the ability to 2-0 here, but in general, I think this game is going to be pretty good, like a learning experience for us, if anything.
Yeah, definitely. I know for those of you who didn't see yesterday's match, they played against, what team was it?
Dorado Gaming White.
Dorado Gaming White. And they ended up winning that series 2-1 against the first seed of their group. Obviously, they had a pretty good day yesterday, hoping to take that momentum into day 2, or week 2, sorry, today now. So what are you saying about today's matchup?
Yeah, I think St. Clair are mainly looking for a good dominant 2-0 showing to just improve their standing even more, get further up on the ladder, just to make sure going later into playoffs for ACL that they're able to get a good seed.
Yeah. And today we got our lineups out. Ricky in the top lane, Maddie in the jungle, Flocon in the mid lane, Lig in the bot lane, and Miracle Mike at support. I heard he had a really good game yesterday. I don't know if it's true, but I heard he outsmited Dardoch for Adacon.
Oh, wow. Hey, maybe Mike might be feeling himself. We might be seeing something again.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe. So today we have pretty close matchups in the lanes today. Obviously, Apex Mission Impossible got a veteran on the team. I believe it was Protos, their veteran.
Yeah.
In the support. Obviously, they have a pretty stacked lineup. A lot of French Canadians on the team. Recently promoting to NACL. Pretty big promotion, I guess. So what can you tell me about this team here?
With this roster of Decoy, Low Jazz, Retrozing, Baz, and Protox, they've been playing together for quite a minute. So I do believe their synergy is going to be up there in terms of this ACL tournament. But all in all, it's looking pretty standard of a level that we play at.
I know we were looking at their start.g page before coming to the cast today, and I saw that they're running a little bit of Zoe in the support, and somehow Elise. I mean,
no, they had some crazy picks.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself earlier, oh, wow, they're playing League in like 2024, 2023 even, but they're making it work. And if it works for you, it works.
I mean, definitely. But right now, they're 0-1 in ACL. Had a loss yesterday. And St. Clair 1-0 against the number 1 seed. So definitely going to be a close matchup. Hoping to see St. Clair come on top, obviously. But let's see what happens today.
Oh, yeah, 100% we can see what happens today. I think if I wanted to see something from St. Clair specifically today, I want to see some new champs. I want to see something that they've been keeping in their back pocket a little bit, something they haven't really pulled out in, let's say, NACE or Division 1, maybe some new champion picks, some different lane swapping even, if they want to get that crazy. But what do you think? What do you want to see tonight, Yusuf?
That's a tough question. I definitely want to see Mike on the Nautilus. I know he likes the Nautilus. He's been playing a lot of Alistar this semester particularly, but I also want to see, I know Maddie likes this champ a lot, Nunu. Hoping to see the Nunu come out.
No, I've seen Nunu getting banned all season. I've been waiting. I've heard stories about his Nunu, but he just hasn't gotten the chance to play it.
I mean, I think teams are doing the right thing banning it out.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's that good on Nunu, I mean, I would ban it out right out. So for today's matchup, who do you think is going to win?
St. Clair. St. Clair all the way.
St. Clair all the way for Lilo. I will also go with St. Clair today, and I'm hoping it's a 2-0. You know, they had a pretty close matchup against Dorado Gaming yesterday, and I'm hoping that's a tougher matchup. You know, you have LCS talent on that team, Dardoch in the jungle. Today, yes, this team got promoted to NACL, but I also think that coming out of the win from yesterday, they can take that momentum, bring it in today, hopefully make it an easy 2-0, go 2-0 in their group for NACL today.
I was going to say, especially having played a game yesterday, I think they're more primed and more focused on playing the game that they want to play. So, yeah, I do believe a 2-0 is imminent.
All right. Now, definitely gonna be a close matchup. Not gonna lie, close. This group is gonna be a definitely tough one with number 1 seed going down week 1. We'll see some pretty kind of wacky things happen in this group, I believe. But
Hey, something that isn't wacky though. I was looking at the stats pages earlier before we got on desk, and I noticed a certain player of ours is top 5 currently out of all the players in the tournament. Maddie, number 5 on the leaderboard, and Flocon sitting at around 8th or 9th, if I do remember correctly. But we see them here just trying to relax, trying to lock in as much as possible. Mike fiddling with his chair. Bro can't get the correct settings, but it's okay. But yeah, as I was talking about, Maddie being number 5 in the tournament, not what you'd really expect from a jungler, no?
I agree. Like, didn't really expect that as well. You know, I'd expect kind of like ADCs,
Yeah,
people who have pretty good, more highly impact in the game. But yeah, definitely Maddie doing great in ACL right now. Week 1 going into week 2, team's got the pre-fire out. Flocon chilling, relaxing, waiting for the game. But everyone got the pre-fire up, warming up their hands. Ricky looks like he's just relaxing in the background too.
Ricky's meditating back there. He's hitting the Oswald's pose with his chair. No, but also speaking about pre-fire, I think League of Legends is like by far the biggest user of pre-fire that I've seen. Like every time I go on cast, I just see them with a new pack, and it's kind of surprising. I didn't think they'd want their hands like that warm that often. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, speaking from experience coaching Rocket League, I definitely think that playing on keyboard and mouse definitely gets your fingers cold a little bit more. You got the control you can grip for Rocket League, but League of Legends definitely using the pre-fire, locking in for the series today. League locking in as well. But it's definitely gonna be a good matchup today. Just waiting for some things to get set up for the lobby, but teams talking it out, figuring out their draft. What do you want to see from St. Clair today?
Oh, okay. You talked about the Nunu earlier. Obviously, we want to see that. But if Apex has been doing their homework, they're just going to insta-ban Nunu. Nunu's been first ban all season. They're just going to first ban Nunu. But if I were to say something, Aatrox top. Let me see that Aatrox on Ricky.
Aatrox top from Ricky. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Let me see it. Maybe a little Mundo.
A little bit of Mundo.
Maybe a little Mundo. Take some inspiration off of
No, yeah, man, this is gonna be a tough game today, definitely.
Hey, not too much inspiration off of Owner though. I don't want any of my players going 0-5 and 6. You know what I mean? I'm looking for the best. Maybe some Ashe. Oh, Ashe in the bot. Maybe.
I did see Apex running that in ranked a little bit. The bot lane running the Ashe. Still,
I'm not very up to date on current patches, but is Xayah still like currently in the meta? Like Xayah and Rakan actually?
I don't think so. I like from last week and the prior Thanksgiving matches. We've been seeing like Lucian, Ashe, Caitlyn a little bit, but the bot lane Apex bot lane hasn't really been playing the Xayah, the Rakan. They've been playing champs like Ashe, Lucian. I think we saw Sivir. I saw Sivir in the start at GG somewhere, but they've been also running like Senna and Sona. I think that's the lineup.
we saw Senna and Sona in there as well. Okay. I haven't been in the space for too long, but Xayah and Rakan, I think within my top 10 champions just by watching pro play. I like how Rakan moves, how his abilities look, and how they work. So me personally, I'd love to see that. But if it's not being played, it's not being played, and that's unlucky for me.
That is what it is. I know St. Clair got some little wacky picks here and there, especially from yesterday's series. I heard from Mike that they picked Garen mid into Galio.
Garen mid into Galio.
And we had Lig on Ziggs at one point.
Why? What?
I mean, if it works, it works.
We took the series. It works. If it works, it works.
If it works, it works. Maybe we'll see something like that today. Maybe we'll be a little bit more confident on their more serious champs.
Put Mike on that bard. Back on
the bard this game. I mean, we'll see if it's useful in what they pick.
This is true. Hey, we can theorize all we want, but we won't know till we get into that draft. So what? We're looking at Aatrox. I was half joking with the Mundo. I don't really. I was half joking with the Mundo. Nunu for sure. Nunu for sure. We both want to see, but we're just chilling, man.
We're just chilling. There's a lot of that's gonna happen to you know. I want to see those wacky picks. I want to see the Sivir mid again.
Yeah.
From last week. I want to see the Garen mid on stream.
Garen
Get
mid.
the Ziggs back on the ball lane. I don't know if they'll let it go. Maybe the Ziggs pick didn't work out. Maybe it did.
Maybe.
I don't know what game it was played in, but I know he pulled it out.
That's insane. That's insane to just think about. And we took that. We won that.
All right. Looks like we're going into draft now with St. Clair banning the Azir off of Retrozing. Not a bad ban. Definitely has a lot of CC.
There goes Nunu, man.
There goes Maddie's narrative.
Why can't people not do their homework? Why do they have to insta ban it, man? I want to see it.
If he's that good on it,
Hey,
I'll let it go through. If he's that good.
That is true. He might just be that goated that everyone's just terrified. But it's okay. It's okay. Nico, second ban coming in for St. Clair.
I mean,
kind of disables some standard team fighting.
Yeah, definitely that. I think that's more of a support ban towards Protoss. I did see that on his champion. That Yorick banned from Ricky.
Interesting. Moving to the Orianna. Okay, they changed it to the Orianna ban. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I thought that was a ban.
Yeah, imagine the Helock in the Yorick ban. I don't believe we've ever seen
Ricky on the Yorick.
I'm not wrong.
I don't think we saw that, but Orianna taking that away from Wukong
ban.
That's a pretty good ban.
Yeah,
I did see the Apex jungler run some Wukong in his ranked game, so definitely a good ban.
As a Wukong main myself, I'm not a Wukong main. I've only played ARAM. I've only played ARAM, but Wukong himself kind of disables a little bit of some fighting. I was talking about it earlier with Nico as well. Syndra ban. Okay.
Focusing on Flocon.
We haven't seen much Syndra this season, if I'm not wrong.
We did. Maybe something's changed up. Maybe they know something we don't. There's the
Asol.
Could run that in the mid lane, could run that bot lane.
I haven't seen Ricky on the Asol. Oh, okay. Moving.
Looks like we got Aurora coming from St. Clair.
Okay. Pretty okay first pick. Probably gonna be moved over to Flocon, if I'm not wrong. Mid pick first. Interesting.
I mean, if they're confident.
Yeah, if they're confident, you go for it. Rengar, Hover on the side of Apex. Galio mid would not be bad whatsoever.
Pretty good. I think that's pretty good into Aurora.
Yeah, no. I'm thinking about it. I think Galio has the potential to scale faster than the Aurora, if I'm not wrong.
I mean, Galio's definitely good into mages here, so I mean, picking the Aurora, got the confidence out there, going first, picking the mid lane, but Galio coming out might be a little bit tough for Flocon, but looks
away.
Like...
Oh, wow. Apex moving away from the jungle pick, just insta-picking their bot lane.
Yeah, insta-pick the ADC. We did see the ADC get running ranked. I don't know if St. Clair saw it, but he did have past 3 Ws on out.
Hey.
So,
hey,
there's
hold on. Nobody move. Lock it in. Lock in that Aatrox. No, man. Move over to Zincha.
Some more 80 fighters for Maddie.
I was close to calling it, though,
That's not bad. You know, maybe they're hearing us. Hearing the bait. Getting us baited out here.
Nah, they actually know.
Definitely Maddie on that Xin Zhao. I know he likes the 80 fighters like Wukong, Xin Zhao, them type of champions. So it's not a bad pick right now. Hovering in the field.
Oh. Let's see if this is a lock. Okay, yeah, Ezreal makes more sense. I have not seen Nefiri. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have not seen Nefiri whatsoever.
I don't know if I've seen that. Right. That's a Teemo.
Teemo.
In 2025?
Whoa. This isn't 2xKO. Don't lock in that Teemo. Hold on.
I mean... no, there's the Sion.
Okay. Moving towards that Sion.
I mean, for this first wave, St. Clair looking like they're picking some pretty safe champions.
Yeah.
They picked the Aurora, got some pretty good dash, pretty good getaways. Even the Ezreal in the bot lane, seems like they're playing it a little bit safe.
They're playing to what they know, I think. Especially with the Synsha and the Ezreal. With Orianna being banned, Orianna and Syndra being banned, yeah, the Aurora is looking like a lot more sense as we're getting here into this last round of bans. Who is that? Is that?
I think that's Karma. Karma banned on the Apex side with Pantheon. Going from St. Clair's. I think I saw definitely Apex definitely playing Pantheon a bit. So that's definitely a good ban from St. Clair. Karma, I don't know if I saw Mike on the Karma.
I have not seen Mike on that Karma. Sometimes it feels like Apex oh wow. Gnar. I've seen Gnar once. And it was a good showing of Gnar, but again, it's only okay. There we go.
Oh,
Moving to the Olaf ban.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say we saw St. Clair play Gnar once. It was a good showing, but still it was only once. But that Olaf ban, a lot safer, a lot more standard. Yuumi ban, interesting.
Maybe they're hovering.
See if we lock it in. Yeah.
That Olaf ban makes sense. Taking that off Ricky.
Yeah,
they definitely
Ricky.
have a lot of CC on that Zion, Ashe, Galio.
Seraphine ban.
Seraphine
okay.
coming from St. Clair.
Now let's see what St. Clair want to pick here for their top side. Oh, wait. Apex. Whoa. You guys aren't St. Clair. My Aatrox. Wait a minute.
I mean, you wanted Aatrox.
You know what?
Maybe not for the right team.
I manifested it towards the wrong team. That's my bad. St. Clair.
Jax
to the Jax. Okay.
in from Apex. That's not bad. Jax is a pretty good champion right now. Definitely not a bad pick from Apex. What will St. Clair bring out?
St. Clair? Whoa. It's a little...
The Mundo. I mean...
Wait, no. How do I know?
That's not a bad pick against the Jax.
I was gonna say, I think, like, champs like...
The Aatrox.
Hey! Wait, no, they actually hear me. No, thank you guys. Wait.
I think, in my opinion, I think the Mundo was probably the better pick going into the team they're against because he does get the spell shield.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they're confident on the Aatrox, take it and.
Teemo.
Another Teemo hover.
Whoa. Are we doing this to troll? What's going on, guys?
Okay.
Oh, hey, wait, no, I actually know. Wait.
I think, are you from the future, bro?
Yes, bro. I know. I am from the future. What are you talking about?
Warwick. That's my goat right there.
That's your
I am
goat?
a Warwick one trick. I love seeing Warwick play in any League of Legends matches. And
then they moved to the Rek'Sai. Unlucky, man.
Did they lock it in? I don't think they locked it in yet. There's the Elise.
There's the Elise we were talking
in
about.
the bot lane. Definitely playing it.
All in all, what are your impressions of this draft? All in all.
It's not too bad. St. Clair definitely got like more safe for champions with Ezreal, Aurora.
Yeah.
Mike on the Bard. But I think one of the big differences might be in the top lane between the Jax and
yeah,
Aatrox.
that Aatrox Jax top lane is a little worrisome.
I don't think the Mundo was a better pick going into the Jax because you have the spell shield and stuff.
Wait a minute.
Was that Jax in the ball?
Was that Lig on Xin Zhao?
Maybe
the graphic hasn't been updated. Maybe we're wrong, but if we're right,
I hope not.
I hope we're wrong. I hope we're wrong. No, I definitely hope we're wrong.
No, the matchup's not too bad. I don't think it's more in the top side that we're gonna see a lot of the game kind of like being played around because Aatrox and Jax, I'm not sure how good that is. I do know the Mundo into Jax is a little bit better because of spell shield. And into that team it would be better, getting the tankiness, the health regen, such like things like that. But they're definitely playing a lot more aggressive with that Aatrox pick.
It might be a play towards getting that Aatrox CC and just trying to get Lig as much damage while they're CC'd as possible. But yeah, as you were talking about with the Mundo, it would definitely have been a safer pick. But if that's how St. Clair want to play their team fights, that's how they want to play the game, then we'll just trust them. They know what they're doing.
I mean, we saw some weird hovers here and there, but St. Clair not doing too bad in the draft there. It's pretty even, I'd say. Yeah. But definitely, I think Aurora being picked first into a Galio, kind of rough a little bit.
That's pretty rough. I won't lie.
What else did we see? We saw Ezreal, Ashe, the Elise. We saw the Elise support. I'm pretty sure that's Elise support. I've been seeing Protoss play that in the bot lane, so
Yes, it was Elite support.
Elise support. So kind of weird that they let one of his most played champs go through, but if they're confident against it, I mean, go for it.
Hey, I'll just take it. Also, I was gonna mention it was a little weird, the drafting process. No, I believe both teams picked their mid laners first. If I'm not wrong.
I mean, I don't think that's that normal to do it. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely Apex had to respond with their mid pick, Galio. If they didn't pick that, St. Clair would probably just banned it out. But
Yeah.
I mean, kind of weird a little bit. I mean, maybe they had confidence picking the Aurora into the Galio. They knew that Apex would pick that, but we'll see what happens as we go on to the Rift. Starting off, looking at the scoreboard, might not be as organized as we want it.
Maddie and Lug just chilling out in the river there. A little bit of poke, some level 1 fighting. Oh wow, St. Clair want to take this. Galio already using flash so low already. Has to base, just save some time, but all pretty worth. For sub 1 minute, that's actually so worth for St. Clair.
I mean, that definitely gives the Aurora in the mid lane more pressure. Lets Maddie kind of play around that in case he needs to get a gank off. All Galio might get if it comes to level 3 is his dash, but that's actually pretty good, getting that flash out early. And we do see the Elise and Ashe in the bot lane.
Maddie just chilling out, emoting in the river, doing some image training.
Just chilling, waiting for his buff to come up. Lig in the bot lane, waiting for Maddie. Got some gold off of that because of his support item. Not too bad, maybe like 15.
Also, I'm glad, I do want to mention, I'm glad we were right. Some abilities coming to fly through. At least having to transform early, but completely fine. This Aurora just sidestepping all of these Galio abilities.
I mean, I swear the Galio was full HP a second ago.
Yeah, no. The Galio just came back home from the fountain, already is half HP.
I mean,
Ricky trying to put this window on a t-shirt. Really? Oh wow! Already, this Galio is still level 1.
I
Just
mean,
hit level 2.
I
but
guess
still.
they were confident
Yeah.
going against that Galio.
Yeah, no, they know.
I'm just farming some gold. Galio still a little bit vulnerable without the flash, using his dash to get away from the poke from Flocon in the mid lane.
Oh, let's see what happens after Flocon hits this level 3. I can see a little bit of an invade, but that Jax coming through the mid lane. No, just rotating, getting your camps, all good.
Poke going back and forth in the top lane between Ricky and Decoy, but not too much happening right now. Just people getting some damage out bot lane. Taking St. Clair going down early, getting the Ignite onto the Bard, going down Mike, going down early to the Elise, but Maddie responding with the gank in the bot lane. Can they secure a double here? Maddie hits W, goes in on the Elise, but she gets out with 1 HP. St. Clair losing first blood 3 minutes in.
Oh, that was almost such a good gank coming in from Maddie. It's just so unfortunate that Elise stun just lasts so incredibly long. And as we were talking about, this top lane is, I don't want to, wow, mid lane already, everyone is 1 HP. I was going to say, this top lane, I don't want to pre-fire anything, but it's already looking slightly scary, no? As we go back and look at the replay of this bot fight, Mike just getting absolutely jumped on by that Elise, falls so early, and with the failed gank, it's just an unfortunate situation for St. Clair to be in. Yes, they did get 2 flashes out early on the side of Apex, but still, a red buff fight. Maddie isn't able to see the Jax, gets full stun, so low already, is forced to use flash and back up, just maybe getting his camp taken away by Az. Maddie kind of overstaying his welcome. Hasn't recalled yet.
I mean,
okay.
That was a pretty good invade from Apex, knowing they have the pressure in the ball lane, letting Jax secure that red buff. But do they know that Jax is behind them? Oh, no, they don't. They know.
Okay.
I got a little bit worried when they were staying, but...
Yeah. Everyone's just deciding to base, deciding to reset, get as much as they can. I think one thing we didn't touch on as well in this mid lane was this Aurora wave clears. Maddie comes in through mid with the gank onto Galio. Aurora just absolutely bullying him, giving that kill over to his mid laner, and that is insane value for St. Clair.
I mean, already Galio using that flash early, not having it to get away from that gank, it showed just right there. Maddie taking advantage of that. Jax invading in the blue side, knowing Maddie has to back after that gank. Probably going to secure the gaunt, but Maddie might get there in time to fight again, but bot lane, at least hovering in a bush, looking for that jump on Mike again. But back to the mid lane, it's pretty good. Galio, knowing that Maddie's behind him, tries to dash us out, but does not get out in time.
Oh, Ricky already here in this river, trying to get ready for the dragon, is able to spot out Az, get 1 HP, and gets his flash up, but Protoss killing Lig in the bot lane. Now, this is looking dangerous for St. Clair as Maddie gets absolutely jumped on by that Galio, and Ricky is forced to back away. So many lanes falling for St. Clair. Protoss still looking safe, but just deciding to base.
Not
Flocon
good.
wants this.
Flocon getting some poke out, jumps over the wall. Galio going in, gets the taunts out, but not much coming from the fight. Like, this is not that good for St. Clair right now. Maddie, second time someone's run out with 1 HP, but 5-1, 1.5k gold difference 6 minutes into the game. Might be a little rough.
Oh no, Ricky knows his combos, getting so much damage onto that Dr. Mundo, but Mundo's wave clear is just too good. Ricky's left with no minions, is forced to sit back behind his tower as this Elise is trying to invade this mid lane onto the Aurora. Galio coming through, but Maddie getting that amazing kill onto that Elise, saving his mid laner, and now they're trying to push towards that Galio, maybe try and get a kill onto him.
Look at the bot lane fight. Mike getting caught out again from that Elise and Ashe. Unfortunate. Definitely that Elise coming out strong this game, 2-1, 2 early fights in the bot lane. But might be a rough little early game for St. Clair's bot lane, going against that Elise and Ashe. Mike getting poked again by the Ashe, getting caught out a little bit, going too far up.
We can see that Ezreal damage coming through as well. Such big amounts of chunks of their health going away. Also being up, Baz being up on levels on Ziggs, and he wants this, gliding towards St. Clair. Lig with the flash, but Maddie is here trying to save the day. Both junglers here. St. Clair has to back up here. Everyone is too low. Mike cannot be so fully involved with this fight. Everyone just deciding to back up. Just, you know, a little poke. Nothing crazy going on. As Apex move towards this dragon, just starts it up. Maybe doesn't want to get it. Ult coming through, is able to get lots of damage onto Buzz. Now this is winnable for St. Clair. Flash coming through for Lig, just trying to get as aggressive as possible, trying to get close, but that Elise stun doing so much. Everyone being low. The ult coming through for Protoss and the Galio ult, trying to save his bot laners. No need. And that's St. Clair's bot lane down.
I mean, I don't know what to say. Miracle's having a pretty rough game against Elise. A pretty aggressive engage from Lig there as Apex secures the Drake, but St. Clair responding, grabbing the grubs. But definitely, like, letting that Elise through. That Elise is causing problems in that bot lane. Miracle not being allowed to do much in that lane, getting caught out with stuns, slows. The Galio roaming bot, that fight was pretty good as well, but it's a pretty rough game for St. Clair right now. Going back to that fight, I mean, just look, Lig flash E up, doesn't secure the kill on the Ashe, and the Elise just getting free autos, 3 abilities off on the Ezreal. Galio comes in with this ult and game over right there.
Yeah, no, that was very well timed for Apex there with that Galio gank coming in through mid. As we see Apex even lane swapping, trying to put that Mundo in that bot lane, get the 2v1 going on in top. Oh, Lig just trying to sidestep all of these abilities. We see the Mundo even canceling his, trying to get some cooldowns out, but Lig decides to one-on-one ult this Mundo, and I don't know if that was the correct play. Just gets solo killed by the Mundo in the bot lane. Or Sion, sorry.
I mean, I don't know. Lig's kind of getting caught out by himself in the bot lane. I mean, St. Clair going 3 on the Elise, but all get stunned trying to get out there. This Elise just getting away, getting free damage off, securing kills for his team. This Elise is just doing so much for Apex, and St. Clair just getting punished again. Jax jumping onto the Xin Zhao, gets the stun off, but not too much damage coming out because the Xin Zhao, but Elise getting the stun off again. Maddie just getting popped in the top lane, and Flocon and Mike getting out with their lives.
Galio is also here. Everyone's looking for Mike, just trying to get those kills off. Ricky just calmly in the bot lane, trying to clear some waves. But yeah, this is not looking the best for St. Clair. So you might see this Galio trying to get another solo kill towards his mid lane, and League unaware of his gank through River. Ooh, not going further. Okay, everyone's relaxing, everyone's chilling. Ricky trying to get that one-on-one with the Scion, decides to back up, recall, reset, try and get your items up. But this is looking scary for the side of St. Clair. Yes, our Aurora, in theory, is doing better than this Galio, but team-wise, St. Clair is struggling. This Elise putting a big dampener in everything we want to do, and another ult coming through for the Ezreal. Might get some damage onto those bots. All good.
I mean, there's Elise again. Elise has been everywhere this game, impacting all lanes, top, bot, mid. Just being involved with the entire team. And like you said, it's one lane can do great, but it's a team game in the end. And being down 1.6k gold in 11 minutes, not too good. On the side of St. Clair, all coming out from Miracle, on hitting the Ashe. Elise trying to get out, Ashe trying to run away, disengaging the fight, but Xin Zhao gets on the Ashe, pops her up, gets the kill. Maddie securing another for St. Clair.
Very good engage on that bot lane coming in for St. Clair. Just good ability usage and teamwork. That stun coming in from Miracle, starting us off, is able to do so many wonders. Even if the stun itself didn't catch him out for that long, it just gave St. Clair the time to portal through that wall, get Ricky as close as possible, and just decimate that player. As we see this Elise getting jumped by Mike, might even be fighting under tower, but Aurora as well in this top lane, struggling into this Scion, is able to back away with the help of the minions. As we see the lanes kind of stabilizing a little bit with this swap, but the Ashe arrow coming through as canceling his recall, might want to stay here for as long as possible, jumping onto Lig, but Lig is able to easily sidestep. Everyone backs up, just relax, go back to base, get your items.
I mean, that's what you want to see from St. Clair. It all comes out, getting just instant reaction to use the cleanse, getting away from that long time stun, and getting away from the Jax, but still, St. Clair looking pretty rough right now. Drake coming up, Mountain Drake coming up in 30 seconds here. Scion and Aurora in the top lane. Flocon doesn't have TP up, but ball lane, Ashe 1v1ing Lig. Can he get away? Damage going out. Ashe is on tower, diving, taking tower shots. Lig lives with 1 HP.
Oh.
I mean,
oh wow. Oh wow, lots of missabilities there on the side of Lig. Nearly gave up his life, but is just able to swiftly get under that tower and escape with his life. Oh my goodness, that was close.
I mean, Bardol coming out.
Oh, Bardol is able to cancel the recall.
Oh, Aurora getting all out. Elise getting popped. Great play from St. Clair. Well, in the top lane, Ricky 2v1ing the Galio and the Scion, doing damage, getting popped up, but gets taken down. But that's not too bad.
That's not
the trade for the top lane, the bot lane.
Yeah.
Getting the Drake, that's not too bad from St. Clair. If they secure this Drake, you know, we've seen them in the past kind of fumble a little bit when they have a free Drake, but looks like it's not too bad right now. St. Clair coming back into this game little by little, reducing the goal difference. It's gone from 1.7 to 1.4. Might not seem a lot, but 300, 400 gold can make a difference.
Oh, St. Clair instantly getting this bot tower as the moment plays fall. Trying to put a little bit more pressure towards Apex, but the Ashe arrow coming in through mid is not able to find its target as tries to jump on towards Maddie, is not able to get stunned to high heaven, but Lig getting absolutely popped by that Galio and Az, and now Buzz turning around, this Elise being close as well. Looking dangerous for St. Clair. Aurora is so low. So many projectiles flying in through St. Clair, but this tower is able to defend so well. Minions coming through as well. We might see Apex trying to back up here. St. Clair trying to go as a unit, trying to get as far back as possible before we recall. And good old Ricky doing his job in that top lane, getting those wave clears. As we see Retroing just chilling, trying to just getting this tower break as soon as possible. TP coming through on the side of St. Clair, forcing him back. So we see this Aurora Galio now fighting it out towards this bot lane. As we see our 1v1 fight coming through. Galio not doing too bad into this. Both just trying to clear the wave as soon as possible. Maybe get some extra chip damage onto one another. As Retroing just trying to recall. Barely misses that TP. Sorry, not recall. St. Clair getting a bit adventurous. Another fight might come here towards mid. I think St. Clair this game have been doing really well in their 3vx isolations on who they wanted to fight. Oh, this is looking dangerous. This Galio being right there behind Maddie decides to try and engage, sidesteps out, but Sion's stun, able to pick it up onto 3. Ricky is now here, getting so much damage onto that Sion. Apex not able to respond too well. Ezreal arrow just barely missing its target, but that's more than enough damage onto that Elise. As Miracle trying to get combos onto the Sion, trying to maybe stun him out. As the cleanse comes through, Sion missing his abilities. St. Clair moving like an absolute unit. All 5 players just moving together. That's that synergy we're talking about. As spot out the Galio, Maddie looking extremely low. I don't know if St. Clair wants to fight this. Ricky definitely does. I stand corrected. Just backing away. Don't get too adventurous, guys. Don't do too much. Just have to wait for this spawn. Wait in this river. Then we can team fight.
St. Clair needs to get some wards down, clear some of the vision. Ashalt coming in, hitting Lig, but getting the cleanse off. Sion going up, forcing St. Clair to back, but that was a pretty big fight. Little skirmish for Apex here. Getting Maddie low, getting Lig to force out the cleanse, allowing them to secure the Rift Herald. I mean, it's not too bad, but at least jumping onto Lig again, living with 1 HP one more time. I mean, what is going on here?
Criminal that Lig lived that. Absolutely criminal. But still, hey, that's good. That's good for us. Still 2-point AK gold lead is not looking the absolute best. Ricky just trying to do something, trying to do the most, but this Galio has been able to scale so high so quickly into this game. So we're seeing 17 minutes. So many items on the side of Apex, and St. Clair still some half items coming through, 1.5 items-ish coming through on some players. It's looking a little dire. We see Mike even still being 7 as opposed to his counterpart in Elise. But not the absolute worst. St. Clair still have very many outs here, I believe.
Not too good. It's not looking good for St. Clair here. Down 3k gold, losing some objectives here and there. Kind of getting a little bit too aggressive, I'd say, on these fights. Get the poke, back up, wait for the abilities come off cooldown, get the poke again. Just play it safe a little bit. I mean, they have Lig frontlining right now, getting the poke out, but Apex running it down through the mid lane, getting the first year. Mike with the Bardol coming out. Lig getting stunned on the side, but Galio going in, trying to get the ult hits, a couple here and there, but Lig getting the ult off. Fights are going everywhere. Maddie gets popped by the Jax. Tower goes down. Jax is in the tower, in the rift, driving around mid-fight. But St. Clair not doing enough damage to take anyone down. I mean, Lig too, just barely doing any damage to that Galio, while Apex just tearing down St. Clair. All of them half HP, Aatrox quarter here and there. I mean, it's looking very bad for St. Clair here. Apex jumping up to a 4k gold lead. They were just at 2.7. I mean, it's not looking good at all. Bard stunning the Sion here, but not able to get the damage out. At least 1 HP, fighting the mid lane, but Apex securing the dragon, gets it down, and in the mid lane fight, it's a 3v3, but everyone is so low, they don't know if they can commit on this fight. Elise backing out with 1 HP once again. So many 1 HPs, just not enough damage to secure the kills on the side of St. Clair.
Yeah, St. Clair definitely needs to rely on one really massive team fight just to try and get back into this, because as it's looking right now with the gold lead, with the item lead, with even the CS lead that Apex has currently, St. Clair need some sort of miracle, even not the man. Not the man. Oh, as we see it engaged onto Buzz from Miracle himself, getting popped by 3 of Apex's players, just unaware as the 2 bot lane duos both falling. As you were saying earlier, not much damage coming in from that side of the Ezreal. I feel like the Aurora has been giving more consistent damage throughout this game, which it's not really where you want to be in a situation like this. Ricky trying to TP onto this Elise, getting stunned up, which is gliding over. Not a lot of damage coming on this Galio. Wow, so incredibly tanky as you see Maddie engaging, trying to get that Elise as soon as humanly possible. Galio all coming through. Sion stun as well. So much being put onto Maddie's shoulders with this Aurora still being able to provide lots of consistent damage. Ricky getting so low. 3 players of Apex just focusing him, getting popped by Az. Sion looking low. Decides to flash out, but again, what a good fight coming out on the side of Apex. They chose their target as well, and they executed perfectly. Maddie being caught out by about 3 players there, if I'm not wrong. St. Clair still wants to fight this. Oh, wow. Very aggressive on the side of Lig and Miracle. Miracle still 1 HP with the TP. He's not going to be able to stun Az in time, as 4 players of St. Clair drop in nearly back-to-back fights that was.
I mean, St. Clair's getting desperate here. We saw that. Like, they jumped in on a Sion, not knowing where the rest of the team is. And then they just get Apex responds with 4 people, taking down Maddie, taking down Lig, taking down Miracle. I mean, I know it's late in the game, but are we really getting that desperate here now?
I don't believe we should be this desperate. Like, to do something like that in the situation that we're in, especially with the gold lead, we have to try and play towards like objectives or anything. But yeah, that fight was definitely a mistake, as we see Ricky himself again getting caught out on that 30-second respawn timer. The gold is only getting big. The gold lead is only getting bigger and bigger for Apex. Yes, we might be able to get this top tower, but Apex is getting closer and closer to our base, trying to catch out Lig while he recalls, and they do. Has to flash away. Apex not able to secure the kill, but this Galio finally being half HP, finally looking killable for St. Clair. Ezreal all missing its target, but Maddie still able to find that kill. As one of our towers fall, yes, but this Elise so low, forced to go gold and get stunned. As St. Clair pick up those kills that they desperately needed, drop this gold lead down by about 2,000. And that respawn timer only going to hurt Apex as these objectives start spawning through. Okay, St. Clair looking more and more towards getting closer to Soul Point, but Apex wants to engage onto this. Lig looking so low, has to just back out of the fight entirely. Those 3 Apex players just absolutely pop St. Clair, and looking again in dire straits. Sion wants to chase. Sion wants this definitely. Aurora being forced to stun. Oh, good pathing from Miracle. Decides to stay there. Oh yeah, I'm not looking the best for St. Clair. Too low, not enough HP, not enough time to give Ricky to gank. Maybe Buzz getting not very caught out, seeing as 3 Apex players are here, and Ricky once again getting popped as we see that Jack's trying to jump on towards that Aurora. But here's Mike trying to quell the chaos, trying to save the day, being forced to base, go back to base, get your health back, maybe get some more items if we have the gold for it. Still the gold lead, it went down, then it went back up a little bit. Then it went down again. So it's not completely unlosable for St. Clair, I believe, but it's definitely getting towards that desperation that they were feeling earlier.
I mean, just like they play in other games, they got a little bit too greedy in that mid lane earlier on. Getting the tower, once you get that tower, just back up, reset, get your items, get your HP back, and do it again. But they overstayed. It looked like there was a little miscommunication, but fight having to jump and go. Elise gets caught out and popped by St. Clair. Galio jumping in, knocks up 3, but damage coming out from St. Clair, finally doing damage, taking down the Galio. Maddie on the Ashe, knocking her up, but Ricky absolutely doing damage alongside Flocon. St. Clair turning the game around, chasing down the Galio. Jax over the wall on top of Flocon, getting the stuns out, but can she get away? Flocon running away. Jax just gets the jump off. And Miracle and Ricky trying to run away from this Jax. Sionol coming in, missing, but Mike getting taken down behind that Sion. Jax chasing Ricky down all the way to the top lane. Can he get the stun off? Stun comes off, but Ricky just gets away in time.
That's so unfortunate for St. Clair. That fight was nearly perfect. I was talking about that Aurora being the big damage dealer on the side of St. Clair, and it looks like I was completely right as the blind Ezreal all coming through on the side of St. Clair tickles the Galio a little bit coming out of spawn. I know he's a little bit confused, but, you know, completely fine. We see that Elise, or that Jax, sorry, lurking towards that mid lane, trying to catch off Lig, getting a little over aggressive. He doesn't, but still, very good invade on the side of St. Clair here. They pick their targets. Miracle getting that amazing stun onto the Elise, gets absolutely popped. And that Galio only picking up Maddie. St. Clair is just able to capitalize immensely off of that, seeing as they were a little tunnel vision towards Maddie. But again, getting a bit over aggressive with these kills. We need to back in a situation like this specifically. We needed to back here, try and play around Baron. As the Baron is up, and we see 4 Apex players in these bushes lying in wait for St. Clair as they make themselves known now.
St. Clair.
I see another fight coming through. Maddie trying to get that engage onto the Sion, picking Sion as their first target, being so far ahead, but this Galio is able to get a turret down towards that bot lane. And everyone sort of relaxes, trying to wait. Miracle again with that amazing stun. Ezreal arrow coming through. So much damage on the side of St. Clair, being put onto Apex as they one by one. Apex is falling. Ricky in 3 people. He is able to fall, but St. Clair able to get that Sion res through. Just try and run away from that decoy. Do not let him get the damage he wants to get as the Sion falls. Galio being put to 1 HP. He falls as well to Lig. Ricky does want more. Trying to get onto Az. Airborne. Stuns so much, but the Elise still alive, gets popped as well. And that is the ace that St. Clair needed. That is exactly what we wanted to happen. Only losing 2 players to Apex's 5, and this should be a pretty easy Baron for the side of St. Clair.
I mean, this was huge from St. Clair.
Doubles? I didn't even realize the double. Oh, wow.
Ezreal, Lig, Flocon, everyone working together, getting insane combo out, popping them instantly. And we were talking about it before. Where's the damage? Well, the damage showed up. The Aurora, Lig, Flocon, Ricky in the top lane, all doing damage now, enough to just turn fights. They were down 6-7 Ks going into this fight, and they just aced Apex.
A good ace coming through. St. Clair definitely need to look. St. Clair definitely need to look towards the Baron here, but they brought this down. This was a 7K gold lead that Apex had maybe 3 minutes ago. Now St. Clair brought it back down to 1.7. It's like we're back in the early game.
I mean, the scoreboard doesn't do it well, 14-26, but this game is closer than it was before. I mean, St. Clair coming out huge on that fight, able to put themselves back into this game, looking in the mid lane on the Ashe. Bartle coming out, just misses a little bit.
No one really looking to take this Baron. Everyone's kind of relaxing. They know this Baron fight will be huge. Trying to wait for that Drake, that dragon to spawn in that bottom river. Trying to get as much gold on the side of St. Clair, but we might see Apex trying to invade 4 players here already. Ricky getting so much vision, so much information on the side of St. Clair. All 5 players of Apex are here, but St. Clair trying to get the backstab towards the Scion. Stun is able to get picked up towards Miracle, and they wanted it. Decide to, in the end, back up as the fight tries to start. Galio dash coming through. Everyone's sort of playing their time. Galio all coming through towards Maddie. Is able to flash barely away, but so much damage on this side of Apex. While we were talking about it, that Ash definitely scaled. Ricky getting absolutely melted, but Lig is still able to find that kill onto Ash. Double kill on the side of Apex, but still, this is very winnable for St. Clair. They're looking very low. Mike having to play back. Ezreal all coming through. He is able to cancel the recalls that Apex wanted to happen. St. Clair trying to poke, kind of sticking around this Ezreal, getting really good amounts of damage onto the Scion. Actually, just goes to show Lig knows his builds.
I mean, yeah, St. Clair trying to stop Apex to do his dragon, but Lig in the pit, getting some damage off on the Drake, trying to buy as much time. Maybe even get a poke, but Galio going in, catching out Flocon in the bot river, but St. Clair once again getting a little too confident, a little too greedy, trying to buy time. Obviously, that fight could have gone their way. It looked like it was a little bit miscom between Ricky and Maddie. Ricky going over the wall, Maddie getting stunned by the Galio, but it's not over for St. Clair yet. This game could go either way. We saw St. Clair minutes ago just ace Apex, getting the damage up, but that fight did not go their way. Losing 2 players right away.
We see Apex here trying to move towards this Baron, seeing as St. Clair's mid laner is still on that 10-second respawn timers as starts it, decides to back away, help with this fight towards the river. As Maddie getting caught out, Ezreal arrow once again missing. Galio is forced to go golden, and St. Clair falling. Maddie losing his life. Miracle up next. We might see Lig, and he gets stunned by the Scion. Isn't able to do much, but oh my, damage on the side of the Aurora. Just has to back away. Ricky himself also falls closer to that Baron, and that should be a pretty easy objective for the side of Apex. So much time the St. Clair are losing here, and Apex might even be looking towards ending.
I mean, there's nothing really
here towards the base. Just the Elise trying to 1v1 this Aurora. Oh my, damage.
Nothing really Flocon can do other than maybe kill the Elise, but Apex sieging the base, taking it one tower, taking the other. Mike coming back up, but can he really do anything? Nothing really gets popped by Apex, and it looks like that's game 1 going to Apex. Mission Impossible. Pretty rough game from St. Clair right there. We saw them go down. We saw the early game. Before minion spawn, we saw the flash from Galio. Looked pretty promising, knowing that they could maybe kind of like abuse that lane a little bit because he doesn't have flash. We saw Maddie take advantage of that, take the Galio. Looking good for St. Clair, but once we started getting later, we saw people getting caught out. Bot lane, Mike and Lig getting caught out from that Elise. Letting that Elise go through might have not been the smartest play. We did talk about it before. We saw that that was the champion that they played. And looking back, I mean, St. Clair did pretty well in that early game. Not too bad, but a lot of the fights in the late game and the mid game ended up going towards Apex because one, I think they either overstayed that mid lane fight we had. St. Clair just getting caught out, but not too bad.
This Elise just provided insane amounts of value for the side of Apex. Mission Impossible. As you were saying, it honestly might have been a mistake letting that Elise go through because that early game absolutely dominated by the Elise. That Aurora still had chance. That Aurora on the side of St. Clair still had a lot of chances to scale, but I believe with how much our bot lane struggled going into that Elise and Ashe, even Ashe wasn't the main star of this game. I would say I think it's between Galio and Elise, me personally, but yeah, lots of overstaying your welcome on the side of St. Clair, I believe, because they had a lot of fights go so well in their favor, but not backing properly or in time really, really hurt our chances. After that ace especially, I was thinking we just go towards objectives, maybe get a tower or two for our time, try and build up our items, get more gold lead. But yeah, stats coming through all very unfortunate. We see Ricky going 0-8-5, Maddie, or Natty as he is now called, going 4-8-8. Flocon with that 9-2-4, again that Aurora trying to be the backbone that St. Clair needed, is not able to do so. Lig with that 3-8-6, and Miracle with that 0-8-14, and more even, so much more even on the side of Apex. We see Decoy with that 4-2-13 doing his job as that steady top laner that they needed. Jazz with 9-2-8, really good, well-timed ganks from the side of Jazz. I think Jazz like timed his ganks very well with how Apex wanted to fight. That Galio in mid, 7-4-13. Baz on that bottom lane, 7-3-14. Very quiet for an Ashe, but still doing your job, honestly. And Protoss, that Elise, 7-6-11. So many more assists on the side of Apex. That just goes to show their team fighting, if anything. That, like, how they comboed off of each other, how they played off of each other, really shined through that game, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we spoke about it in the game. There wasn't really that much damage coming out from St. Clair early on in those team fights. We saw Flocon going in, getting his damage off, but he can only do so much, right? But I mean, Lig, bot lane, Ricky in the top lane, Maddie doing his job, getting into the back line, getting the Ashe. But man, that was a pretty rough game for St. Clair.
Very unfortunate, but I do believe this next game they'll be able to bounce back. Speaking of the next game, we'll be taking a short break here. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon.
First gamer tag. In like 2008, I had the gamer tag Apple i50.
McBender 91.
Alonso. Oh, it's a terrible gamer tag. Dan2 Rock 4.
God Rupert. C9 Frosty. I wasn't on C9.
Sock my sock. Like the Pokemon, not like I don't know. Yeah.
Electro Knives. Oof, oof. 2 Z's, by the way. Oof. I don't know what I was thinking.
It was like either Mega Jack or Super Jack and then some numbers when I was like 6 years old on Minecraft.
That's absolutely horrible. What I'm most looking forward to is to see like all the boys make it.
Div Winland.
I think it's just a win. Like, our team has been going through a lot of changes. I want to see how far we can push it and see if we can finish third or get like a podium.
Looking forward to competing with tough opponents and having a good time with my team.
I really want to break that top 5, top 4 threshold.
Winning seal.
I'm looking for a revenge on CCL.
Getting top 4.
To be honest, nothing. I don't really have anything to look forward to. Next semester is what I'm looking forward to.
I'm looking to win CCL. We only lost that one, so.
Welcome back to the Saints gaming stream again. Break's over. You know, we had game 1 done. Little bit rough for St. Clair there. We saw that. Scoreboard, not that good. Balling, maybe ran it down a little bit.
Oh, whoa,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
whoa.
No, but that was pretty rough for St. Clair there. You know, not what we usually foresee from them. You know, we usually see them have a pretty good early game, maybe stumble in the mid game, and then try to finish out in the late game. We saw little hopes and glimpses there. You know, St. Clair acing Apex, getting a little bit gold, cutting that gold lead down. But in the end, it definitely came down to just team play, I'd say.
Yeah, I think the way that St. Clair approached their team fights and approached when to get aggressive, when to not, was a bit incorrect in that game. There's a lot of moments where I was saying earlier they overstayed their welcome. They stayed too long and they got heavily punished for it. Yes, we were able to cut that gold lead back. Yes, we were able to somewhat bring it back in a sense, but at the end of the day, it matters how you finish. It just matters how you finish.
Exactly. I mean, one thing that's good about this is it's fearless.
Exactly.
So they won't have to see that Elise again.
True.
That Elise was everywhere that game. We saw her in top lane, mid lane. I don't even know if I could label her as a support. Maybe a second jungler.
Hey, honestly, might as well have been a second jungler. But I get to be correct. I get to go 3 for 3. We saw the Aatrox.
We did see the Aatrox. We saw
probably going to see the Nunu in game 2.
If they let it through. They banned it out right away.
They banned it last game, so there's no reason for us to not pick Nunu here. What was my third? It wasn't Mundo. I remember joking about Mundo. I had Aatrox, Nunu. Oh, I can't remember. Unfortunate.
Bard. Mike's Bard.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
Bard.
There we go. I can go 3 for 3 with the Bard.
I mean,
Hopefully.
This time, all the champs we saw in game 1 can't be picked in game 2. That's how Fearless works. New bans, new picks. But we'll see what happens. I mean, a lot of the strong picks coming from Apex got used in game 1, while St. Clair kind of leaving their stronger picks with like the Nautilus, the Alistar, more for game 2, the Ornn. Maybe bring out a Sivir, Garen, maybe something mages in the mid for Flocon.
Speaking of that Ornn, as we were looking at St. Clair's past games, in their second draft, they played Kiana, Yunara, Azir, Ornn, and Zillion. Interesting team comp coming in on the side of St. Clair, but that just goes to show their flexibility. They're able to play those more difficult champions, especially in that Azir, towards mid, and trying to put Ricky on that Ornn, get that Ornn ults doing as much as it does every single time, that Ornn ult doing so much. I think St. Clair want to play a little more to their strengths this game, especially. Could even possibly, actually, now that I think about it, we could possibly see a Nico this game as well. Nico did get banned, I believe, first or second for the side of St. Clair.
Banned second round.
Yeah.
On St. Clair's side, too. But, man, this second game is going to be a big one. Because that game, we saw a lot of kind of passive teams. We saw that Ezreal, we saw Aurora picked first.
Yeah.
Aurora coming out big that series, too. But maybe this game, we'll see St. Clair going more aggressive. Like you said, the Zir, Zillion, Ornn. That's what I'm hoping to see. A little bit more fight coming out of them. You know, we didn't see that much damage coming out early, a little mid-game. But once they got into their zone, you know, once the items started to hit, the power spikes started to come through, they started getting back into it. Maybe having a little bit more aggressive champions, more champions that can do more damage early game might be better for St. Clair here. I mean, their players trying to relax after that game. Lig looking like he's meditating a little bit, got his hands on it just. But getting ready for that second game, talking their plans out, maybe getting a breath of fresh air might help.
Speaking of Lig as well, we might even see him moving towards that Jhin. I know Jhin has been a little bit of a sleeper. I've seen Lig on Jhin a couple of times in this season, but not to an insane degree. You know what I mean? His Jhin has been good. His Jhin has been pretty good, able to output like really, really high damage numbers. But we get here into the second round of... Wow, like what did I do? And no. Wait a minute.
The Nunu doesn't go through again.
Nunu doesn't go through again.
Maybe they're watching it.
No, they're actually listening to me. Because what do you mean? I say Jhin, and then they nearly banned Jhin. What was that?
I mean, I don't. St. Clair now hovering the Jhin.
Hovering the Jhin ban could lock it in.
I did see that Baz does play a little bit Jhin, but Azir coming out from St. Clair looking like they don't want Retrozing on that Azir at all.
Yeah, no. Same way Apex doesn't want St. Clair on that Nunu, St. Clair does not want Apex playing that Azir. Such a high skill champion, and especially when you can play Azir at this level, you just gotta get him out of here as soon as humanly possible. Syndra once again getting banned to the side of Apex.
I mean,
is that Shaco?
Shaco hovered by St. Clair, but looking at the players right now, even though they lost, look like vibes are high. Pretty happy. Flocon, Lig laughing about what's happening in the draft, maybe talking about what they're trying to pick. Nico banned from St. Clair. Nico
Everyone
not
can
going
hear me.
through.
Everyone can hear me. They don't want me to see the champions I want to see, man. What is this?
I mean, maybe I don't know. It's kind of a good shout that maybe you're from the future, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, don't expose me. hey, don't expose me. The time police is gonna come after me. Vlad ban.
I mean, a lot of kind of picks or bans pointed towards that mid lane and jungle here.
Especially with the showing that Flocon made in that last game, they definitely want to gear their bans more towards him. It's gonna free up Lig a little bit. That's gonna depend on the second round of bans. As you see Orianna getting banned on the side of St. Clair, and our first picks coming through. Everyone hovering Teemo. Everyone hovering Teemo. No, there's no way. There's no way they lock it in. Right?
I don't know. I know in the world's pick'ems, there's a pick'em as seeing if someone will play Teemo. Maybe
No.
They're trying to do here.
Yeah. There's the Wukong pick.
Teemo hovered again.
Both sides deciding to hover Teemo before they lock in, and you know they're doing this just to troll. Because I know both sides know exactly what champs they want to play. They're just hovering Teemo for fun. It's okay though. You know, we're here to have fun. Ooh.
Jungle picked first. Maddie on the Lillian. I've seen him on the Lillian before. He's pretty good. That's another champ. I'd say I'd be pretty afraid. Having Maddie playing on that, that's going to be a lot of movement.
Yeah, this is definitely St. Clair gearing towards playing more to their strengths. Just off of that Lilia pick alone. The ban's not... Oh, there we see the Corki coming through. Another champion that St. Clair tends to play more often than not. So see, ASOL hover again could be a... No, they're all doing it now. No, everyone's in their call time. Okay, hover Timo. Yeah. You hover Timo too. Could be a Rumble. Oh, okay. Rumble v Corky, Battle of the Bots coming in.
I mean, these are kind of the picks we want to see from St. Clair. A little bit more aggressive, more damage on their side. Apex hovering the Yumi and then instantly switching to the Timo.
Probably gonna lock in that.
Now.
No, we are just getting trolled.
trolled.
They're probably gonna lock in towards that Yumi. Oh, Rise.
I mean,
trying to go towards that mid lane.
And a bald man. Kind of the same.
Picking between the cat and the bald man. Third pick coming here on the side of St. Clair. It might be time. Oh,
Katarina Hubbard.
Hey, you said cat.
And
wrong
the Timo's
cat.
back.
The Timo's always back.
Mordecai.
Hey, that's the I mentioned Mordekaiser. No, or was I thinking it? I think I was just thinking it. But all in all, I'm from the future.
But not too bad. This is what we want from St. Clair. Getting more aggressive. That Mordekaiser. Getting Ricky on that. Pulling out someone, maybe the carry out of the team fights. Letting Maddie and maybe Lig or Flocon.
Braum band coming in on the side of St. Clair. And speaking of that Mordekaiser, we might be seeing Ricky roaming a little bit more than he does, trying to pop that ultimate, get that domain expansion onto one player, just trying to isolate them and absolutely pop them. Fizz hover.
Timo Hubbard.
Going back to Timo. All roads lead to Timo. Deciding to ban Rengar, I believe that is.
That's Alistar.
That's Alistar.
And Alistar, that is one of my, I think, most played champions this semester. I mean, banning that out is not bad at all. That's a pretty good ban coming from Apex, taking him off the Alistar. But I do see the Nautilus open. Maybe we could see the Nautilus in the bottom.
True.
Timo Hubbard.
We can't keep laughing at this, man. We can't. They decide to ban Caitlyn. Okay. I think pretty standard for the bans on the side of St. Clair. They're kind of banning a bit of everything. Just trying to get... I'm not going to laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh, Yusuf. Don't. Oh.
No.
Stop.
But there goes the Nautilus from Mike.
And finally, we get towards these final picks coming in. A little bit of a Heimerdinger hover. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you can hear me, don't do it, St. Clair.
Warwick cover coming from St. Clair.
Warwick? Oh, it's so
don't really see how he would fit.
Yeah, I'm kind of skeptical as to how Warwick... there he is. I might actually be from the future. Hold on.
Jin pick coming for Lig. Not too bad. This is definitely what we want more. More damage, more aggression. Coming from St. Clair. Blitzcrank. Another one of my mains. Been playing Blitzcrank for years now. 10 years. Something like that. Love that champion. Getting a buff soon, honestly. There's a team up.
I think, especially for the side of St. Clair, they're trying to look towards playing the CC that they have. Hey, wow. Wait a minute. I mentioned Rakan earlier.
You did.
Wait a minute.
There's Desire.
Whoa. Apex. How about this? Whoa.
I mean,
this is... Oh. Stop. Everywhere I go, I see him.
I feel like the Zaya will come out here, maybe.
Oh,
I was about to say maybe a Sivir, but there it is.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Some of the picks we were talking about before.
Final pick is for the side of St. Clair. Looking a little awkward. Locking that Gragas. My bad.
This is a support pick now coming from Maddie.
Yeah. Oh,
Gragas
I knew.
support.
Wait. No.
Maybe. No. Timo support.
Timo support. Yeah. Let's build Timo support. But yeah, as I was saying that. Okay, Leona. I was gonna say Gragas, Leona, or Rel. I think would be pretty alright picks here. First thoughts on this draft?
I mean, it's a lot better for St. Clair this time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Talking about last game, they had a lot of like passive players like Aurora, Ezreal. people to just disengage. But this time they want to get into those fights.
Oh
they
yeah,
have the
no,
lead.
they want
They
it
have
in
the
there.
Mordecai. They have the Jin to get that CC, to get that engage. But this is a lot better for St. Clair here.
Definitely playing a bit more towards comfort and trying to play their own game, because getting later and later into that first game, Apex were just allowed to basically do what they wanted. Like, they chose a fight and they won it, which is absolute insanity. But I do believe St. Clair is looking to stabilize, not make a massive statement in this game, but definitely looking more towards winning, especially in that mid/late game. That Jin and that Lilia and that Mord could prove like insane.
I mean, I'm expecting if they play the early game like they played in the first game, getting that early pick on the Galio, maybe focusing a little bit more on the bot lane, that Jin can be huge. That Jin could probably just carry the game, getting them kills on it, getting the gold, getting the items. But you could say that about every lane here now. Mordekaiser in the top lane, Corki in the mid lane, Lilia in the bot lane. But Poke going here, just five pointing, making sure no one's invading. Just playing it calm this time, waiting for the minions to spawn, waiting for the camps to come out.
Everyone kind of just relaxing. Baz not being able to spot out Miracle or Leg, but still deciding to hide in this bush. Maybe trying to wait for his recon to come through. I don't believe Apex is looking for a mid fight here, as I might be proven wrong, as the Lilia and Wukong spot each other out. Everyone still, again, playing a lot safer than the first game, I will add. Mike being so far ahead, gets spotted. Good combos coming in on the side of Apex as Mike falls to below half HP already. Not looking good, especially for level 1. You don't want to fall this low this early. But we see the 4th shot here for Lig, just being used on those minions. Everyone kind of relaxing. Kind of relaxing. Yes, still lots of damage coming in on the side of Mike, as that Sivers might be able to clear out this wave sooner rather than later, forcing the level 2. But St. Clair still deciding to chill. Let's rise Corki in mid. Oh, Lig, the stun coming in through from Mike onto Proton. Everyone getting stunned. The heal coming through from Mike as Proton so very close to falling. Flash right onto Buzz, is able to get that stun off. The 4th shot not doing enough damage. But still, St. Clair got out with a win, and now they need to relax. Please, please, please relax. Ricky just pulling that Rumble towards him, getting so much damage with that Mordekaiser. Already up in gold and level. St. Clair clearing this wave, trying to get as close to Buzz as possible. You see this replay of this bot fight here. Very well played on the side of Miracle and Lig. That Jin doing so much damage with both 4th shots that he hit. Able to get that Rakan down to 1 HP. Buzz as well being put down very, very low, but is able to step back to the safety of his tower.
I mean, talking about the last game, this is complete flip. St. Clair being insanely aggressive early on, getting that first blood in the bot lane. Ricky going back and forth in the top lane, but the Rumble getting so much damage off, overheating, and Ricky just getting out in time. Rumble taking a tower shot, having to move back, but mid lane, sorry, a little bit more calmer than last game. Not too much happening, but this bot lane complete flip. Ricky, Lig, and Miracle just being so aggressive, shoving out those lanes, trying to get as much damage in. Rakan going and gets a W off. Miracle responds with a double stun and gets Lig out.
Yeah, no Mike,
damage done to them.
Yeah, Mike, like basically no damage done to our 2 bot laners there. Mike with the really well-timed stun is able to fend off most, if not all, of what that bot lane's plan was. To see Protoss getting low. Lig on his 4th shot here, just trying to get within range, is forced to use it on a minion as the recall coming through for Apex. Also, in that top lane earlier, Ricky, a little bit of mechanics shining through, pulling that Rumble closer to tower, forcing him to take a shot. This Lilia trying to get that gank off through the jungle is getting spotted by the ward, being forced to back up. But this game is definitely looking more standard than the previous game, as I might be standing corrected. Little mid fight coming through. Oh,
Flocon getting the damage out.
Nearly enough damage.
Taking that Rise out, but this Rise staying might be overstaying right now as we look at the map. Balling coming up, Maddie coming up, Orb comes out, Flocon goes in, forces the Rise to flash out.
I believe that flash was kind of unnecessary, no?
Looked like
I don't think St. Clair really wanted to go under tower there, but still make it completely worth as nearly getting caught out by that Jhin. But St. Clair doing so well with their ability timings. Ricky as well is forced to flash away from this Rumble, getting absolutely melted. But both sides being relatively low, gets flashed on towards Ricky, unfortunately getting solo killed in that top lane to decoy. St. Clair might move towards taking this dragon, but everyone is looking so low. Might be forced to base unless St. Clair can get this kill in the bot lane, as trying to come through with the gank. Miracle getting low himself, just trying to tank as much as humanly possible for Lig. We see Maddie coming through. That orb, oh, that little orb barely missing. So everyone is kind of looking to take this. Lig just spacing, just relax. I apologize, it's not Lig, Miracle, just spacing, looking to relax. TP coming through for the side of St. Clair. Items were bought, trying to reinforce his bot lane once again. Mike is back. Lig on that 4-shot once again, and as you're saying, that Jhin damage, insanity, especially with what we've seen in this early game and what Jhin can do in the late game. Just try and get Lig scaling as high as humanly possible. Feed him as many kills as you possibly can, and this game should be winnable.
I mean, there's no vision on this dragon. Apex just giving it away for free.
Huh?
The Wukong in the top lane just invading, grabbing their jungle camp, driving the Raptors, trying to take as much away from Maddie while they just take the dragon for free there. Spalling looking way better than last game. Damage out, securing that dragon again early this game. A lot of good damage, a lot of good fights happening, but we're still too early in this game to call anything yet. But it's definitely looking good for St. Clair right now.
Flocon, none the wiser of these three players here, just rightly makes the decision to back up, as Miracle trying to step in, trying to intervene in this mid lane, get as much as we see this Wukong kind of roaming, getting closer and closer to our Lilias, trying to base, but top lane fight coming through, lane swapping for our two bot laners. Lilia stun going through. Lig still being able to fend off as much as humanly possible. Miracle, as St. Clair wants to fight this double stun coming through on the side of Apex, as St. Clair falls. Our mid laner falls. Miracle looking so incredibly low, but as 1 HP himself, Lig 1 shot away from the 4th shot, is able to find that kill onto Baz, but not fair trades whatsoever for the side of St. Clair. Lig being forced to back up, even emoting. Yeah, no, Apex definitely do not want to go under tower here. Take that damage, especially being as low as they were. But all in all, not bad whatsoever for the side of Apex. Lots of trades coming through as you see the top laners fighting it out in this bot lane. Ricky being forced to back up, pulls that Rumble closer, trying to get the damage, but too much does Rumble do, absolutely melting Ricky's HP bar. He's forced to back up, might even be forced to base here unless he still wants to get aggressive. Dodges that Rumble ability, nearly sees the recall, but he is aware as that fight in bot lane is happening. Ricky still is able to find that 1v1 onto decoy. That's definitely stabilizing for what St. Clair needed. Apex might even try and fight these grubs together as we see 3 players coming through. Miracle is undetected. The Jhin abilities flying in. Everyone is getting knocked up. Flocon getting so incredibly low. Does fall to the Rise. St. Clair want this, not really isolating their targets. Maddie's able to get the solo kill onto Protoss. Will he be able to find Buzz? Yes, he does. Now 4 players for St. Clair here in this lane. Maddie looking so incredibly fed. Ricky with the amazing grab is able to steal that Rise away, and they know this Wukong has absolutely nothing for them. Miracle, whoa, I thought we were about to see him flash through that wall. Does pop the Q, just still trying to chase, still trying to get that kill. Everyone wants a piece of ass as he's trying to run through both rivers, trying to go through.
I mean, St. Clair just overextending, overagreed. They could have got the grubs, but now Apex turning it around, taking down Maddie and Lig right there when they could have just secured the grubs for free. And now Maddie getting caught out in the jungle. I mean, St. Clair, what's going on? You guys just won a team fight. You guys could have had the grubs. You guys could have had just a good reset, good gold, a good lead, but just thrown a little bit here. In the team fight in the jungle, great engage from Miracle, staying in that bush undetected, getting the stuns off. And then St. Clair chasing down Maddie, going crazy, getting the double kill, flashing onto the Rakan and Sivir, securing the Sivir, coming back, and then playing with Ricky, playing with their food, getting that Rise right there. Huge fight from St. Clair. Maybe over-agreed chasing this Wukong all the way into the mid lane, but not too bad until they got greedy. And now in the bot lane, Corki and Leona trying to get onto the Rumble, but not too much happening there. Miracle using his ult, not that good, but hey, it is what it is.
St. Clair is able to get the flash out on the side of the Rumble, which is not terrible, but yeah, as you were talking about, just crazy overextension, especially in moments like that. St. Clair needs to step back, as they don't step back here. Tower dive coming through as Miracle and Flocon are able to find that kill onto the top laner. And this opens up a lot for what St. Clair want to do, trying to get towards this dragon. This Miracle, forced to base, being put at half HP, might want to look towards getting some items. Ricky, again, all reliable in that top lane, just hammering away at those towers, clearing those waves as soon as possible. But the TP coming through on the side of Apex. Ricky's still getting a bunch of damage, but now this Rumble is here.
Apex on the Drake, and it's unwarded. St. Clair not knowing that they're on the Drake right now. And I could have sworn St. Clair were in a position to get that Drake.
I thought, yeah.
Getting that pick onto the Rumble in the bot lane, but they just let the Drake go to Apex. No wards, no vision. And Apex just sneaked that Drake under St. Clair, but Flocon jumping onto the Rise, getting damage out. Rise trying to get that damage back in. Rakan coming in, saving the day, getting the ult out, getting the W, getting the stuns, and Corki is down in the bot lane. Rise securing the kill, clearing the wave.
Yeah, that is definitely not the fight that Flocon wanted to take, but Ricky might want this onto the Wukong and the Rumble. Could even see an ult coming through here, sidestepping everything, does miss the grab. 3 players of Apex now here as, unfortunately, Ricky falls, trying to, very confident in that 1v2, I might add. Leona stun coming through as Lig is able to get so much damage onto Jazz, but the Rakan flying in as Lig popping that ultimate on towards that Rakan, gets a little bit of damage, but not enough, as St. Clair need to back out in this situation. Losing your jungler, just decide to relax, put in a better position than Apex is in currently. I believe that position they were in, the St. Clair, with killing that Wukong, they just please need to relax. Lig swapping a little bit, trying to clear this mid wave. Awesome abilities flying in as the Rumble is able to stop the Leona recall. Might mess up a little bit of St. Clair's timings as Ricky comes back in. trying to go towards this top lane. This game state is kind of stabilizing. Definitely a lot closer than the first game. We see plates falling here, but Ricky able to recognize that that rumble is close. This is definitely a more objective focused game, in my opinion. Everyone is kind of lying in wait. Yes, there's still team fights happening, but it's looking so much closer and so much better for the side of St. Clair. I don't want to say it's too early. We haven't even reached 15 minutes yet, but they're in a better winning position than they were.
Definitely. I mean, right now it's pretty even going both sides, but St. Clair getting a little too greedy once again, and letting that dragon just slip from underneath their feet. I mean, just a single ward could have just let them see what happened. Especially after they got the pick on the Rumble and top lane. Ricky going back on the Rumble. Rumble coming out. Ricky throwing ult out, keeping him in the zone. But Rumble half HP. Lig coming up in the top lane. Ricky getting the pull off. Can he secure the kill? Rumble getting damage. Ricky getting low, but there it goes. Ricky but fatter and getting fatter every time he secures a kill.
Very well played for the side of Ricky. Is able to just help get Lig fed, get him as many kills, get him up on gold as fast as humanly possible. Very well executed for the side of St. Clair, I will not lie, as they're able to get a tower, but we see this fight coming in through from the river. Corky forced to flash out. Miracle left on an absolute island as Ricky comes flying through. Everyone being put so low. Ricky might be the difference maker that St. Clair needs, but he's getting absolutely popped. Jin ult being popped towards that Wukong on the double kill. Maddie isn't able to do much. Too many cooldowns. Rumble flying in through tower damage, able to find that one kill. Lig on his fourth shot, just needs to get close enough, needs to get within range to hit that Rumble, and he does enough damage as Maddie and Lig find that kill. Again, bad trade on paper for the side of St. Clair, but in total, I wouldn't say that was terrible. I won't say that was terrible. No one moving towards the Rift Herald yet. Everyone kind of looking towards setting up their items, getting their ults back, waiting for cooldowns, just trying to get at least one big team fight going through, especially for this objective. With how close this game is, everyone's kind of forced to playing it safe. Miracle none the wiser about this recon as Apex start the Herald. No wards once again for the side of St. Clair. They just have to get close. They have to get in there to be able to know the Apex is starting, let alone nearly finished with this Herald. It's so much St. Clair is losing out on because of the lack of proactivity towards the wards.
I mean, Dragon's up now on the boss side. Good, maybe a good trade, but still, we need to get some vision on these objectives on St. Clair's side. Corky waiting in the jungle. Riftfield using top lane, getting the damage out onto that Wukong. Riftfield, Rise, and Wukong in the top lane, while St. Clair is down in the bot lane, securing the dragon. Flocon trying to defend that tower with all he can, but can't do much when it's a Riftfield, a Rise, and a Wukong. But does his best while his team secures the Cloud Drake. Mid lane, Lig looking like he might get caught out here. Apex diving under tower, getting as much damage as he can, but not enough to take down Lig. And Lilia getting the ult of Cleanse coming off, getting as much damage. Current call coming from Jin, holding out on the first shot, gets it off, hits the Sivir, but not enough. Rumble ult, just zoning out that Lig. Zoning out Lig under tower, and not much coming from that team fight. Lots of ults, lots of abilities getting thrown out, but nothing coming out in the end.
Yeah, St. Clair really needed to make that worth their while, and unfortunately, it wasn't very much. Ricky, so much lateness. Unfortunately, they really could have capitalized, especially with the Gen ult coming through. Could have been absolutely massive, but is not able to find the damage as we see Apex swapping back and forth their bot laners. Who's taking those hits from that Jin ult is able to pay off in their favor, as not too much has come of it. Mike deciding to flash in towards the jungle, but 3 players of Apex are here trying to go under tower, is able to get that kill onto Lig. Maddie coming through, Apex instantly shifting their focus towards that Lilia, and now they relax. Just trying to get this damage onto the tower. Corki being here is able to quell some of it. The grab from the Mordekaiser. 4 players of St. Clair taking down the one extremely, extremely worth. They need to play together. They need to play as a unit here. This Corki, unfortunately, has to sit under this tower, just do as much as possible to these minions coming in for the side of Apex. But that Sivir wave clear doing so much. Corki using a lot, trying to get it as this Otacon is now spawning towards this top side. Ricky having very good reset timing, is going to be the closest player to this Otacon, but it's looking a tad awkward for the side of St. Clair. They feel like they want to fight, but not enough fights have gone their way. Oh, Protoss could get dove on, has to dash out. Still 4 players of St. Clair here. We might see a little bit of a fight in the river before the Otacon. Jazz hitting in those bushes, decides to go towards that pit, but we see Lig coming in through from the top lane. So much damage done onto Miracle. The Jin ult coming through, is not able to find the first shot. Ricky getting that 1 kill, but the Rise again trading back and forth is able to get the kill onto Decoy, and this is looking winnable for St. Clair, but Ricky getting absolutely melted by all of Apex's abilities. Maddie's still alive, might be able to do something. Once again, this Rise doing so much damage. Wukong being put down to 1 HP, but St. Clair unfortunately getting the short end of the stick, I believe.
Yeah, it's not. That's a pretty good fight coming from St. Clair. Definitely some trade, but Corki chasing the Wukong down in the top lane. Wukong using all his abilities to get away, the movement speed, the dashes, just enough to get away from the Corki.
Yeah, just barely enough to get away from the Corki, as most, if not all, players for Apex decide to base. But this Rakan TPing in towards the river. Apex might still want to fight this ward coming through, as I'm not sure he saw Miracle, is able to. Somehow this tower is still up at 1 HP. Actually extremely surprising for me, but that just shows how diligent St. Clair is being with their wave clears. Ricky just meandering in the Otacon pit, just chilling, trying to get his wave clears, as we see Maddie trying to clear some camps. Another turret unfortunately falling for the side of St. Clair. This Corki's 1 HP. Jazz might want to take, decides against it, sees the Lilia there, knows that Lilia could be the turning point in that fight that they wanted. So many St. Clair players just bunching together, trying to get closer to that river. Might be looking to start Otacon pretty soon, as Apex is a little late to the party. More and more Apex players traveling through the river. We see the Rakan coming in on the top side from base. St. Clair finally start this Otacon with all players here. Apex just trying to poke, trying to do something, but aren't able to successfully invade. Jin ult coming through very early, as you see the Sivir dashing in, trying to get the steal, isn't able to find it as Lilia finishes that kill. Jin finding that one onto the Wukong, but Rise is able to find the Mordekaiser and 1 more to boot, and this is looking so good for Apex. Even if St. Clair did pick up that Otacon, they might nearly all fall here. Corki is barely able to kill his counterpart in the Rumble. Now St. Clair, please, please, please back up. We are looking a little down, not completely out, but a little down here. Relax, go get your items. Oh my, I nearly thought Lig saw him stepping into that bush as he was about to recall, nearly on his 4th shot. But very well played. Well played by St. Clair.
Very well played by St. Clair. You know, securing the Atacon, getting some kills out. You know, I thought they could maybe get a little bit more greedy once they got them low, but good call, good comms, and getting the reset, getting the gold, and getting ready for the Cloud Drake. The Cloud Hole, not yet, but one more after this, and St. Clair could possibly secure it. But fighting the jungle, Maddie gets caught out by Apex. And it's just another fight in the jungle. Ricky gets popped instantly, but St. Clair turning around. Lig doing tons of damage. Corky going crazy. Lig chasing down, trying to get the Wukong, but they're all coming out from Rumble, just absolutely annihilating Corky, and St. Clair get taken down. Miracle trying to get it out, but Wukong and Rumble secure the kill, and St. Clair's game just flipped upside down with that fight right there. Maddie, Ricky getting absolutely popped instantly, and it looked so good. But the Rumble ult just burning down St. Clair, and another Drake goes towards Apex.
Yeah,
only 5 minutes into the game.
As you were saying, that Rumble all absolutely melting St. Clair. This genuinely was looking good for St. Clair. Lig coming into this fight on his 3rd and 4th bullet is able to get so much damage, and I thought this Corky damage onto Jazz would be able to seal most of the deal, but the Rumble from the bot lane out of nowhere is able to find 3 St. Clair players in his grasps as the ace one by one falls through, and St. Clair getting aced by Apex. Might see Apex moving closer and closer towards that Baron, trying to get towards Soul Point. Ricky trying to do his best, just hanging around, making sure his presence is known in this mid lane, trying to deter as much of what Apex wants to happen. But Apex definitely in a winning position now.
I mean, it's all gonna come down to this fight for Baron. Lots of pokes going out in the jungle of St. Clair. Miracle having to reset, get them wards back, but does he have enough time? Gets called off to stay in lane. But St. Clair trying to do their best to play around this Baron, play around the objectives. Doing better than last game, definitely. Longer in this game, staying in, getting good fights. But it's definitely coming down to this next team fight. The Rumble, absolutely huge for Apex right now. Can they take him down? Will they be able to fight for this Baron? Resets coming out, getting their items, getting ready for this fight. Wards everywhere from Apex in that river. Protoss clearing some vision from St. Clair's side, but St. Clair needs to get down there, get some vision down. Rumble just peeks out, gets spotted by the ward, but not much happening right now. Miracle and Maddie hovering out in the top side. They don't see who's in that bush. Wukong comes out, ult, knocks up Miracle, but St. Clair slowly coming in. Mike just gets taken out by that Sivir. And Apex with a huge pick coming in this late into the game.
Yeah, definitely getting that massive pick onto Miracle so late. Losing your support as we're getting closer and closer to 30 minutes, closer to that Baron fight that St. Clair desperately needed if they wanted a chance to get back into this, is so devastating. St. Clair still might be looking to fight this as best they can, but being down your support, especially in a situation like this, they just need to look for one overstep, one oversight on the side of Apex and capitalize as best they can off of it. But St. Clair ultimately deciding to back up, trying to wait for Miracle to make his appearance once again, as we see Lig trying to invade from that top side, but Ricky absolutely getting popped by 4 players of Apex, and insanely well done from them. They just chose their target and absolutely decimated Ricky, making him unable to play the game. Miracle trying to get the ult towards the Rumble. Flash is used, and Apex finally feels secure in starting this Baron fight. Once again, St. Clair none the wiser, no vision towards that pit, and so many players of Apex just being here. Baron already being low. St. Clair might be looking towards getting this steal rise, finding that pick onto Corky as Apex find that Baron 2v1 coming in here towards middle. The Rise finding that Jhin, finding that Lilia. Miracle left all on his lonesome. Retreats to the safety of his tower, but I nearly thought Apex wanted to dive under that tower. I won't lie. With it being so low and Miracle being low himself, unfortunately, Lig's ult not being able to find too much here. As one by one, St. Clair falls. It all started with Ricky getting absolutely jumped by 4 people, and their bastion that they needed, St. Clair didn't have in that Baron fight there. As we see 7.2k gold lead here at 30 minutes. It's looking absolutely dire for St. Clair as they need something. They want this 2v3. Miracle and Ricky both trying to get in together. Miracle 1 HP already as the Aatrox is able to shut down the Rise. And St. Clair just being forced to back up, but again, Ricky forced to go golden. So many players. Lilia Ball coming through is not able to find what he needed as Baz on a killing spree. And Apex looking closer and closer towards ending as Rakan dashing in towards the solo Jhin. Miracle looking so incredibly low. Doesn't want to do too much here. Spots out that mid laner by himself. But unfortunately, Miracle has to retreat back to the fountain. Nope, decides to cancel it. St. Clair could be wanting to fight a little bit more, wanting to get as much damage as possible as they slowly invade back into their own territory, unaware that all their camps are being stolen by Jazz. Jhin ult coming in onto that Rakan is inevitably canceled, but Maddie being caught out in a 1v3 situation, forced to pop the Zanyas. Jazz 1v3, so much damage on the side of St. Clair, is once again respawning, but Baz getting that kill onto Jhin 1 by 1 once again. St. Clair is falling. Yes, Ricky gets that 1 kill. Going golden isn't going to do you too much in that situation with 4 players of Apex alive. Even with how low they were, they're just looking so incredibly ahead. We see this Rise already level 17 as Apex are looking to end this game here. 3 players of St. Clair still being on a nearly 30-second timer. Not enough time to come back as these super minions get closer and closer to the base, destroying an inhibitor, getting closer to that Nexus, but they're deterred a little bit by that cute little Corky, that cute little dog on his little face. Everyone basing. But yeah.
Jeez, St. Clair getting caught, taken down in their own jungle, just getting out-damaged. A lot of their backline just getting taken down. And that Rumble coming in again with that ult, just burning down all the damage that St. Clair has. I mean, Ricky almost getting popped, but takes down the Sivir and then gets taken down by the Wukong. St. Clair doing their best, trying to survive, trying to wait out this Baron power play, but there's really not much they can do right now. Maybe they can fight for the Drake. Maybe they just leave it since it's not soul yet, but looks like St. Clair's just trying to get some waves out, trying to push out the top lane. And Apex looking towards the mid lane, looking towards to push some lanes out, get some more towers, and trying to secure this win. St. Clair all basing right now, preparing for what's happening in the ball lane with the waves coming up. But once again, the biggest difference is St. Clair's vision. This game, Apex is all over their jungle, all over these camps, all over the objectives, and St. Clair doesn't even know.
Baz as well getting that solo kill towards Lig, and that 48-second timer is going to only hurt St. Clair as Apex getting more and more aggressive, trying to invade towards this base, getting closer and closer to what they want as the inevitable end. Ricky just trying to get close to that Rumble, trying to protect this tower as well as humanly possible, but again, Apex's damage, their output as much as they can do. Ult coming in. Rakan getting a little bit of poke. Not too much damage taken on the side of St. Clair as Apex rightfully decide to base. And something I really want to commend is Apex's team fighting here. Like, they are everywhere. They are everywhere doing everything as such a unit. And you were talking about earlier, St. Clair's vision, it seems like they're just unaware in most scenarios. So many objectives being taken from them. Baron, Void Grubs in that last game. Ricky trying to get the solo kill. Excuse me. But being put so low, might not be able to, as two players of Apex are still here. This Rumble is still here. I thought he based. I genuinely thought this Rumble had based, and wow. Lig even using the Jin ult isn't able to find what he wanted to find. His Flocon getting caught out in the top side. Apex definitely are looking towards ending here, or as soon as humanly possible. Might even be waiting for that next objective spawning here in 13 seconds, but they might not need to, honestly.
I mean, St. Clair getting caught out in the top lane and the bot lane, not what you want this late into the game. And Apex, this should just be a free Baron. St. Clair trying to push the mid lane out, trying to get as much resources before it comes down in the end. Still nothing from St. Clair's side. Just trying to get as much money, as much gold, as much pressure to just push it out. Let the game go as long as they can to hopefully bounce back. Flocon coming up in a few seconds, so this next team fight will be do or die.
Do or die indeed, with a 9.4k gold lead on the side of Apex. They are looking primed to ending, as we even see. Oh wow, so much differential coming in on the side for Apex. It's St. Clair looking, they were looking so good towards that mid game, and I'm not too sure what happens. 3 Apex players trying to fight Maddie, forced to flash in the situation. That is definitely not what you want, especially so close, so close to the end of this game. You do not want to expend your flash in such a nothing burger situation as that was, as Apex instantly back off, and this Rumble coming in slowly towards that middle. Again, all their vision being taken. Apex absolutely everywhere, taking everything over, with St. Clair trying to move as a unit more and more towards this bot lane. It's a 4v3 seems to be on the rise. Excuse me, 4v4 as this Rumble's coming through. St. Clair, unfortunately, being forced to back up as their minions fall, but slowly their top lane turret is falling to that rise. Corki being put on 1 HP. Ricky himself getting a bit melted. Maddie, half HP already, and no real fight has started. This Rise by himself, destroying turrets, destroying inhibitors, getting closer to those bases. Ricky getting absolutely knocked up. Double knock up, nearly falls, but is nearly able to pull one in. So much damage coming through on the side of Apex as they decide to all focus Ricky. Lig popping that ult, forcing everyone back, making sure St. Clair is able to stabilize at least a little bit. Give Ricky time to go towards that fountain, get some HP back, maybe get some chip damage towards the side of Apex. And St. Clair stabilized the situation. That ult from Lig absolutely integral, and Ricky himself not falling in that situation. Maddie trying to 1v1 towards this rise. So Corki coming in, forced to pop the Zhonya's, half HP already. Rumble all coming through. Ricky, unfortunately, gets absolutely popped. Maddie, Zhonya's as well, falls. As Lig is able to find one, but it is not enough. Nearly every St. Clair player falls. Lig left alone as the ace comes through, and Apex just ending the game. So unfortunate for the side of St. Clair.
I mean, they did their best. It started looking good there right at the end. They held off on the first siege, but definitely the fight, Rise doing a good job baiting there at the end, and then St. Clair slowly getting picked off one by one at the end. I mean, they did their best, I won't lie. That second game was definitely better than the first game, but Apex definitely showed their strats, their comps, their prep going into the series.
Oh yeah, from how Apex was playing, you could tell. We talked about it earlier, but you could definitely tell they've been together for so long. Everyone on that team was proactive. Everyone was doing something. As we can even see in the stat sheets, 40 kills on the side of Apex to St. Clair's 21. Decoy going 7, 6, and 11. The stat line might not show it, but he did a lot. That Rumble did so much toward Apex's win. Wukong going 11, 3, 17, rarely if ever dying. That Rise in that mid lane, 12, 5, 11. Baz going 9, 3, and 21 assists for his Sivir. Wow. Yeah, you don't see that every day. And Protoss himself going 1, 4, 27. Unfortunately, the side of St. Clair, so many deaths and not nearly as many assists. 7, 11, and 4 for the side of Ricky. And yeah, there's so much that happened. This early game was looking so much better for the side of St. Clair, but unfortunately, we weren't able to scale or build off of it as well as we wanted to. Apex I wouldn't even necessarily say bouncing back, just being able to stabilize their own game and know who to go after in what situation. They just play their game to the best of their ability, and unfortunately that worked against St. Clair.
I mean, yeah, they had great control in the jungle. You know, their vision, clearing warriors, make sure, like, St. Clair, how many objectives did they have where their vision either got cleared or Apex just waiting in bushes as 4, as 1, just waiting, unboarded, either clearing it way before and then picking off St. Clair one by one. St. Clair, again, did a very good job early game. The aggression, I love that from Lig and Miracle, but as the game went on, it looked like they got a little too confident. I know we saw Miracle flashing over walls into unworded bushes, or just going in on simple 2v2s, but not realizing that there's support or a gank coming in from the mid lane or top lane. But definitely a rough matchup for St. Clair here.
Unfortunate. It's extremely unfortunate for St. Clair as we move to being 1-1 in the ACL tournament here. Just trying to improve our standings as quickly as possible. This is an unfortunate loss for St. Clair, but again, I came into this saying this could definitely be a learning moment for them, and I think this was, because the way that they played into this Apex team, a lot of other teams like to team fight or like to just absolutely jump one player, the same that Apex was doing. And even if they haven't been together as long as Apex have, you can definitely see some semblances of it in St. Clair, and I do think we can be headed towards that direction of greatness.
St. Clair, rough matchup, going 2-0. 2-0 in this series against Apex. Mission Impossible. But definitely, I don't think it's that bad since they are going 1-1. They had a really good win yesterday against who was it? Dorado Gaming White. But 1-1, not too bad. We still have a few more games coming up against in ACL for week 3 and 4, I believe. There's 2 more matchups, right? So
I believe there's 3 more matches. Actually, 5-person group. They face 2.
Okay, 3 more matches. 3 more matches. You know, gotta keep their head up. Definitely doing pretty good. Taking out the first seed, going 1-1. Not too shabby in my books. And I think this is definitely a learning experience. St. Clair definitely looked a little bit too confident going into game 1, leaving some picks, some, I guess, some picks that Apex seemed to be known as strong on, like the Elise game 1, the Elise in game 1, and then this game, you know, the Rumble going through. But we'll see what we hear from Maddie now in the interview.
Hey, man. Hello?
Hello?
Oh?
Did he?
Oh, hello? Mic isn't on. Hold on.
Mic on?
It's on.
It's on.
Hello?
Hey, we can read your lips, but we can't hear you. Oh, yeah, you can hear us.
Oh, he can't. We have
They can't hear me.
A little bit of tech
right
issues.
now.
It's okay.
Is this
Let's
right?
get these sorted out pretty soon here.
I mean, What else can go wrong, you know?
Yeah.
Life issues, games. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is indeed. I think something that is definitely going to be a point of conversation going into their next ACL games is proactivity, because in my opinion there was a little bit of a lack on the side of St. Clair. You were talking about vision, you were talking about wards earlier, but we can talk to one of our players. Maddie, can you hear us?
Yes.
Can you speak to us?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, no.
No?
You can hear us, but we can't hear you, man.
Hear you.
Ah.
Bro, I'm sorry. I tried to read your lips. I
I
can't.
mean, we can go with some hand signals, you
Some
know?
hand
Thumbs up, thumbs
signal.
down.
Okay. Thumbs up or down? Do you think this was a pretty good learning experience, especially with how Apex were playing, just jumping your players, trying to catch out your openings? Do you think you guys learned a lot from this? A little bit. So. Okay.
Obviously, you guys had a pretty big win on the weekend, and coming into the series, getting 2-0 now, do you guys feel like you might have gone into it a little bit too confident, or do you guys feel like it was just not your day today? So? Down?
Not your day?
You know what? I forgot. It was thumbs up, thumbs down. My bad.
No worries, man. Man, it's okay. You know what?
It is what it is.
Thank you, Maddie. Thank you for playing, and I wish you all the best of luck moving forward in ACL. Little bow. Thank you. A little bit of an unorthodox interview, but hey, you know, it worked all the same. But yeah, that is going to be it tonight for St. Clair League of Legends. Unfortunately, falling 0-2 down, but not out 1-1 in our ACL tournament. But before we end, I need to thank our sponsors. Thank you to our sponsors over there at Alienware, Tim Hortons, Subway, the SRC, the St. Clair Alumni Association, Onezo, and my personal goat, Pre-Fire, of course. Thank you to everyone watching. Thank you, Yusuf, as well, for joining me on the desk. I had a really good time. I hope you did also.
I enjoyed my time here with you as well. I mean, I know it wasn't our day, but, you know, we had fun casting together, you know, running the stream. Shout out to the prod and back, Lexa, Kirmi Soda. Who else do we have there?
Adam and Garrett in the back as well.
Adam and Garrett in the background. I think that's it. Are we missing anyone else?
Nope, not missing anyone.
Everybody there. But thank you to everyone who's watching, and we'll catch you next time.